Good morning. This vlog or video log is made especially for the Shiseido girl, the one that puts on now you know I'm not going to say anymore. Okay, you know who you are. You're going to KCC, right? So let me give you some advice. How does this, okay, back in way back, I'm not going to say when, there was a time when I dated this one girl, very first girlfriend. This was a while ago, and the deal with going to KCC is it's like a gateway to get into UH for cheap. They offer the same credits, sometimes the same instructors. The instructor will travel from UH to KCC. It's not very far. It's like 10 minutes away from each other. But they'll do that, teach the same course. You'll get the same credits for a third the price. So you'll get, it's like a big benefit to going to KCC. In fact, a lot of people prefer to go to KCC because the course load is probably easier, but you get the same credits, and plus you save a lot more money on tuition and all that bit, right? Okay, but that's not the point I'm trying to make. Yeah, and KCC is a lot easier to get in because it's a community college, but it's the same. It's actually the same caliber of education. Okay, it's the same, like I said, same courses, same instructors. Sometimes it's the same instructors. Now, what's going to benefit you is that when you go, I'm going to tell you what my ex-girlfriend did, and I was very impressed. She went for she was a full-time student, 12 credits. In the first year, she got straight A's. Okay, so you get 4 straight A's, and you end up with a 4.0. When you're at that level, you qualify for what's called the President's List, and the following semester, you get your tuition waived. And if you do it again, the following semester, you get your tuition waived again, and again, and again, and again, and again. So basically what she did was she paid for 1 year or 1 semester of education, and she got all 4 years, the remaining 3.5 years, free. So that's something to think about. That's advice that I gave to my sister, but no, she decided to party it up when she went to college and screw up. So she didn't. So, and then afterwards she had to go and work her tail off with a job because she didn't have enough money, and that also made it harder for her to get better grades. So my advice to you is you should go full-time. You know, instead of taking just 2 classes, you should take 4 classes, get the straight A's, you know, focus on that, don't work, or at least maybe just work at a minimal, and then get the tuition waiver, qualify for the President's List, and then you just renew after that every semester, and then of course your second semester or partway during your first, you can get a job, and that'll help you along the way. You'll get the straight A's and you get your tuition waived. Your life will be much easier. You have to work less. Things will be real good going for you, and that's what I would recommend. That's what I wish I did. I mean, I have a lot of wish I dids, and that's one thing that I wish I did, because I was like a super student, man. In high school, I certainly studied a whole bunch, and I did pretty darn well myself, I think, you know. So, oh, okay, as far as getting the job goes, if you speak Japanese, anybody's going to hire you. Everybody wants to hire you. The deal is Hawaii has such a huge influx of Japanese tourists, and the primary just about only industry here is tourism. So the deal is every industry here is affected. The hotel industry, even the supermarkets or the 7-Elevens, or the all those places here require pretty much require you to speak Japanese or desire you to speak Japanese. But that's just a job. If you're just looking for fast money to pay the bills because you don't have and you don't have a lot of time, I would recommend you do waitressing. Now, if I were a girl and I was a student and I didn't have a degree in whatever, or I had very few skills that were marketable here in Hawaii, I would waitress. A lot of them take home $50 to $100 a night in tips, and it's not uncommon. And if you speak Japanese, you get into a good restaurant, where it's like $50 a head, man, you'll be taking home like $300 a night in tips for like a 6-hour shift. And that's just tips. That doesn't even count your paycheck. Okay, that's what I would recommend, and that's what I would do if I were you. What else here? Yeah, well, that's it. You know what? That's it for now. I think the transportation bit, you might want to get a moped, but then again, riding 2 wheels is not for everyone. But the deal is, when you're a student, it's cheap to ride your moped to school, especially if you don't want to pay car insurance. But you probably drive a car, and so you know what? Forget it. Driving a car might work out better for you. I don't know, depending on what your threshold for paying for parking is. But KCC is cheap. Paying for parking is cheap. When you get to UH, parking is by lottery. So first of all come the faculty, or come the presidents and the admin, and then faculty, and then after that, whatever's left, you'll have to get play the lottery to get parking. And if you if you don't get it, then you're going to have to fight traffic every morning by getting in early. That's how it works. Alrighty. Hope that helps. See you later. Cover girl.